As it turns out, the secret ingredient to a favorite recipe that got passed down to me in my family through my grandmother. The secret ingredient is saffron. Granny always used saffron in a particular favorite recipe. The thing is this. Nowhere on the recipe card is saffron mentioned. Now, the first couple of go-arounds I had with this recipe in the kitchen left me thinking that something was missing. What did I do wrong? But in those repetitions, I discovered that I followed every step in the recipe. I just couldn't understand it, so finally, I decided to ask someone. Saffron. The answer is saffron. Okay, how was I supposed to know? Likely, it was once assumed that everyone knew to add saffron, so there was no point in mentioning it on the recipe card. When we leave out one ingredient because we assume everyone knows because we've always done it that way, eventually, there will be challenges. Probably, it wasn't always done that way in the first place, but it became such a good idea that no one needed to mention it until it got forgotten. Take forgiveness and reconciliation. Mark tells us that John's baptism was for the forgiveness of sin. John's baptism with water will bring baptism by the Holy Spirit in the name of Jesus. John points the way forward along with all the other prophets and Old Testament writers, the way forward to Jesus. John prepares the way for the better that comes. That one ingredient that had been missing. Forgiveness and reconciliation born of God's love is not a new idea. But like leaving the saffron out of Granny's favorite recipe because, well, everybody knows you're supposed to put saffron in it. It's what is done. Just maybe it is sort of like forgiveness and reconciliation born of God's love. It gets overlooked, it gets pushed to the edges. We don't want to think about something that will bring change, even if that change brings transformation that is for the better. Transformation that has God's work written all over it. Mark's gospel does begin on the edges. John's ministry enters from the wilderness. It is so dangerous that John is a threat to the way we have always done it. That gets John arrested. And Jesus' too, his message begins on the edges. Galilee, an outer edge of the empire. Beginning his ministry on the edges, Jesus calls his disciples to the edge from their daily work, Simon and Andrew, James and John. What is it about this Jesus that compels them to leave everything immediately? The way it has always been done gets left behind. Jesus and his new band of disciples go to Capernaum. Capernaum in Galilee is a place of some significance, a port city where the early Jesus movement takes hold. It is a place where miracles take place. In our lifetimes, many of our lifetimes, in 1968, archaeologists discovered Peter's house. And in 1981, in Capernaum, the synagogue from the time of Jesus was unearthed. Then, in 1986, the lake, it reached a historically low level, and a sunken first-century fishing boat was recovered. What I'm trying to say is this. Capernaum is a real place where real events significant to a real person named Jesus occurred. It is a place where God's good news took root. like radical forgiveness, once and for all, for one and all. Reconciliation among God and all people through Jesus Christ, because of God's nature that is love. The sent one of God, Jesus, walks on this planet as human flesh and blood in places where we can visit today, or at least we could before the pandemic. Barring a worldwide pandemic, we could go there today, and maybe one day we will get there again to visit these places where Jesus walked. That message of Jesus was for now. It is for now, whenever now is. Immediately, Jesus, along with those whom he has called, they go to the synagogue, the one unearthed in 1981. It is the Sabbath, and the people are mesmerized. They are used to someone teaching them from the historic texts, the way that the scribes taught according to the tradition, the way it always was. Or that's what they thought. No wonder the people there that day felt drawn into this message. Finally, they recognized the missing ingredient. This teaching is with authority. This is the moment that the historic texts and teaching point toward. It is now. The people immediately recognized the arrival of what had been missing before. It is amazing. Jesus' teaching is as transparent as his presence to them. He is not hidden from anyone or anything. That day, an unclean spirit inhabiting a man present in the congregation speaks up. "Who are you?" "Are you here to destroy us?" he asks Jesus. "I know who you are," he accuses. "You are the Holy One of God." Now there's an accusation. Notice how Jesus does not answer the unclean spirit's banter, nor does Jesus blame the man for being possessed of the unclean spirit. Even the unclean spirits know who Jesus is. Jesus' message speaks to the now of that moment, and he rebukes the spirit. "Silence, be quiet, come out of him." The man convulses, and the spirit leaves the man. The man is reconciled. The man is made whole. In the company of so many others, the people, they were already amazed at Jesus' teaching. Now, they are also amazed at what they have just witnessed. Jesus restores the man before their very eyes. They watch as Jesus' teaching is not only in his words, but it is in everything, including his actions. What is this new teaching with authority? We can imagine those in the synagogue on the Sabbath asking him among themselves. It's a good question. The long-awaited time for God's kingdom to come close, to be fulfilled. The only thing left to do is to repent, to turn toward God. Now, in that turning, in our turning, what do we turn away from when we turn to God and believe? That day the people did believe. They had an experience of God's kingdom working in the here and now, and they believed. They saw for themselves that the time has come to understand God's revealing ways and to accept those ways and to change. They recognized the possibility. That day, the people experienced the addition of a missing ingredient. Whatever it was that they experienced on that day, they knew that life would never, no, they knew that life did not have to be the way that it had always been. Jesus' message is for now. It will always be the ingredient for now. The next time that you make a recipe that involves chicken, add a bit of saffron to it.